Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into TTP Sports. And the Phillies are now down 2-1 in the NLDS, facing elimination tomorrow at 5 o'clock with Ranger Suarez and his dead arm on the mound. Talking about confidence for tomorrow, I don't think there is any confidence nor hope that you're going to find from me. But for some reason, this Phillies team defies logic. They'll probably win tomorrow, and they'll break our hearts on Friday at Citizens Bank Park because that's probably how the script is going to go. That is 100% how the script is going to go. Not making guarantees because this team can easily lose tomorrow's game, especially with the way that offense looked again. So, let's describe what this game was. Once again, and I'm not going to go down the traditional route and go lazy narratives to one specific person, that's Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola, I thought for most of this game, was pretty sharp. He allowed 2 solo shots. Yes, he allowed the bases loaded in the 6th inning. Had to come out of the ball game. Okay. Kerkering comes into an impossible situation, allows 2 runs after getting 2 outs there, and 2 very important outs. Allowed runs there in an impossible situation that he was never going to get out of cleanly. Just, even though I'm not taking blame away from them, I'm just not going to the lazy narrative that those guys are the ones to blame for this loss. Your blame should 100% be put on this godforsaken lineup that has how much money invested in it? Too much to even count on my goddamn fingers. That's not even a joke. It literally is too much to count on your goddamn fingers because it's so much money that I don't even have in my own fucking bank account. Money that I can't even afford. That this lineup is made of. To muster only, I would say through what, 6, 7 innings or something like that? To muster through all that. 2 hits. 2 hits. Your lineup could muster through 7 innings. 7. And can someone in this lineup that is not named Bryce Harper, not named Nick Castellanos, actually get a hit? That is one of those 2 guys that can hit with a runner on. Now, granted, yes, Bryce, Nick Castellanos, top of the 6th inning, probably had the worst at-bats possible when Sean Manaea walked Kyle Schwarber, when he walked Trey Turner to lead off the inning, and you're thinking to yourself, this is only a 2-0 game at this point? No, it was a 3-0 game at this point. If I'm not... No. I think it was a 2-0 game at this point, if I am not mistaken correctly. I could be very wrong here. This game was a big drag, and not emotional drain, but just a full-on frustration bath, so let me vent right here, basically. So, Manaea walks Kyle Schwarber, walks Trey Turner to lead off the 6th. Bryce Harper, worst at bat possible. I'm not taking blame away from him. Swings at all 3 pitches and he strikes out. Nick Castellanos, I'm not sure how many pitches he saw in the at-bat. Definitely wasn't many. Lines to Iglesias for an out, and it turns into a double play because they doubled up Schwarber at second base on the liner. So yes, that was the worst possible situation, but still those guys ended up driving. And like I said, I'm not putting blame away from those 2 guys. Those guys are still part of the blame, but those 2 guys are still the only guys that are driving in runs. That's not fucking sustainable. It's not. I know Trey Turner's getting on base. He's not getting chances many of the times with runners in scoring position. I 100% get that. If I look at Trey Turner's numbers, he went 1 for 3 with a walk today. So I can't really put the blame on Trey Turner and fully take him off of it. But I'm looking at a lot of guys here. Kyle Schwarber, very quiet basically since his leadoff home run in Game 1. What the fuck does Alec Bohm do? I think I saw a stat today. In 4 at-bats, Alec Bohm, in 4 at-bats, he saw 5 pitches. 5. He swung at the first pitch probably every single time. And the one time he actually put the ball in play and actually made good contact on it, sent it to the gap in right center field, the dude gets gunned out at second base because he's the slowest fucking man alive. Hell, Kyle Schwarber is a better runner than Alec Bohm. That's saying something. That is saying something. Kyle Schwarber is a better runner than Alec Bohm. Kyle Schwarber probably would have been safe at second base there. Now, I'm not taking the credit away from Taylor. It was a good play over there in right center field. Any other runner is safe there at second base. Just being honest. Any other runner there is safe at second base, but nope, Alec Bohm is the slowest guy alive. He was out and got gunned out. 2 hits through 7 innings. And then lineup-wise today, yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of criticisms towards the lineup today, which is probably warranted. So you go back to Edmundo Sosa today. Obviously, Alec Bohm started tonight, and Bryson Stott didn't play against the lefty. After Bryson Stott, you know what he did in Game 2, had a very good game. You don't start him against the lefty. You don't start Brandon Marsh against the lefty. You put in Austin Hayes, which is way besides the point. This is not me hating Austin Hayes, the person. The franchise sold us something that was just completely not true with Austin Hayes. And we all knew it. We all knew it was fake. We all knew it was wrong. Austin Hayes was not your solution in left field. And I feel bad for Austin Hayes because of all the shit that he went through at the end of the year with the kidney situation, the injuries, all of that. Like, seriously, the fucking guy went through so much health-wise. I felt bad for the dude. I'm surprised he's even fucking playing. With the kidney infection, all the injuries that he had at the end of the year, the fact that he's even playing, Jesus fucking Christ, but he probably should be playing because the dude is just non-existent in the batter's box. Because what is he supposed to do? Well, not what's supposed to do. Like, what does he do? Dude's not a good hitter. He's not a good hitter. Just isn't. I would have rather taken chances with Weston Wilson. And yeah, that's guaranteed he's not going to do anything, but it probably is a better opportunity for him to get a hit off of a lefty. With an Austin Hayes bat this year against lefties, I think he batted above 340. His numbers were way better against the lefties. Why not just give him the fucking chance? Not Austin Hayes out there. And like I said, this is not hate towards Austin Hayes. This is hate towards the franchise's selling point of Austin Hayes that, yeah, this dude is the solution in left field at the trade deadline. Yeah. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Like I said, not hate towards Austin Hayes, the player or the person or anything like that. It's not what you were trying to advertise here. Just wasn't. Just wasn't. Bullpen, once again, can't go through an inning without any damage going on. Yes, Kerkering came into an impossible situation. I get that. But if you get the first 2 outs, you should get the third out. You should be able to get the third out without allowing a run. Is that a little too much to ask for there? That a little too much to ask for, personally? Is it? Alvarado comes into the ball game. Then he gets 2 outs easily. And then the dude forgot how to pitch in the fucking strike zone. I swear. He just forgot. Ruiz comes in. They score more runs. Estevez comes in. This sums up the entire. Estevez had a chopper come back to him. He missed. He bobbled it on the glove. Then he tried to play with his bare hand. And then just kept bobbling it and bobbling and bobbling and bobbling and bobbling and bobbling. What the fuck is going on? Like, what am I watching? What am I watching? And yeah, of course, Aaron Nola start. 2 solo shots allowed to Pete Alonso and Jesse Winker. Yeah, granted. Like I said, I am not taking blame away from Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola does deserve share of the blame for not being better. Aaron Nola is not the reason why you lost this game. I'll put it out there. Aaron Nola is not the reason why you lost the game. He deserves part of the blame. He doesn't deserve all of it. He doesn't. He just doesn't. He just doesn't. It's just... It's unreal. It's unreal. Unreal. Momentum doesn't exist, by the way. The Phillies fucking defy logic. It's just, you build up what you did on Game 2. Just don't build off that shit. Because, like I said, the Phillies' logic doesn't make sense. How? I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm quite asking how. Because we all know at this point, you don't know what Phillies team you're getting on a daily basis. You just don't know. You don't know. And that was my main concern coming into this series. And I'm sure that's probably the same thing for a lot of people. It wasn't necessarily being scared of the New York Mets. And this is not putting knock on the Mets. The Mets are a good team. I'm putting respect towards the New York Mets. They are a good put together team. It's the fact that we believe the Phillies were better, but what version of the Phillies were you going to get in this series? And we've seen both versions. You've seen the version on Game 1 and Game 3 today, the bad version. And then you see what they did in Game 2 offensively at the end of the game, which is, okay, that's the Phillies that we expect them to be. It's just you don't know what you're getting from this club every single goddamn night. It is a completely different result every time. There's no consistency. They're consistent at being inconsistent, and that's the fucking annoyance. That is the annoyance with this ball club. Seriously, 2 hits. 2! My God. You're making Sean Manaea out there looking like he's God. And that's no knock to Sean Manaea. I thought he's had a pretty solid year. He's not that good. He's not that good. He's not. He's not. He's not that good. And you just made him out there look like Cy Young because it's Phillies offense. Once again, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't. They don't know what the goddamn hell they're doing. 5 hits in totality today. If you look at the first couple of innings to see where their hits came from. So first 2 innings, no hits. Top of the third, Trey Turner had a 2-out single. You had 2 runners on there for Bryce Harper. Top of the fourth, Alec Boehm had the single. Then he was thrown out at second base. That was your 2 hits through 4 innings. And then after that, you did not get a single hit until the 8th. Until the 8th, when you scored the 2 runs. When Harper singled and Castellanos singled. That was it. That was it. I believe so, yeah. Sosa had the infield single, Harper had the RBI hit, and Castellanos had the RBI hit. That was it. You had the Terry Turner single, the Alec Boehm single, which turned into him getting gunned at the second, then the hits in the 8th inning. That was fucking it. Just was. And then let's look what the Mets did today. Alonso hit the home run in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Bottom of the 4th, Jesse Winker hit the solo shot. Bottom 5, nothing. Bottom 6, Vientos singled, Nimmo walked, Alonso walked, in come Kerkering, Iglesias, fielder's choice. Sosa almost fucked it up, but then he got the out at home. Winker popped up, which wasn't able to score Nimmo from third base. Marte then singled, which scored 2, and then Kerkering got out of it. Bottom 7, Alvarado out there on the mound. Gets Alvarez to strike out at Lindor to pop up. Then Vientos reaches it on an infield single. Walks Nimmo, and then walks Alonso. Ruiz comes in with bases loaded. Allows a single to Iglesias, but then Pete Alonso gets gunned out. Well, not gunned out. You know, the Phillies overthrew the throw, and Alonso tried to run home because of it. He was out by 5 feet. 5 miles, actually. Doesn't really matter. It's 6-0 Mets after that. Phillies tried to do something. They made it 6-2. Because Castellanos and Harper are the only guys that apparently can do anything. By scoring runs-wise. Bottom 8, Estevez out there. Base runners, runs score, because why the fuck not? And then, you know, that's your ball game. Look at the lineup, why not? Kyle Schwarber was 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Trey Turner was 1 for 3 with a walk. Bryce Harper 1 for 4 with an RBI. Nick Castellanos 1 for 4 with an RBI. Alec Boehm 1 for 4 and saw 5 pitches the entire day. JT 0 for 3. Austin Hayes 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Bryson Stott came in the pinch hit. He went 0 for 1. Edmundo Sosa went 1 for 2 with an infield hit. Cody Clemens was the pinch hitter at the end of the game. He struck out. Johan Rojas, he went 0 for 2, struck out. Weston Wilson's came in the pinch hit. Then Marsh came in the pinch hit following because the Mets changed pitchers. Phillies went 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Looking at the pitching wise, Aaron Nola, 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts on 86 pitches. 2 of those earned runs came in when Kerkering allowed the 2-run single to Marte. Kerkering doesn't get any runs charged to his stat line. He threw 10 pitches to get out of the inning. Alvarado only got 2 outs, allowed 2 earned runs because that's when Ruiz came into the ballgame. Ruiz got out of it only 2 pitches, but also that second pitch was the hit to Iglesias that allowed the runs. And then Estevez threw 26 pitches, allowed an unearned run because of errors. So yeah, fun. Fun. Don't you love it, boys? Don't you love it? Don't you love it? And I want to wait and see what we're seeing post-game from this team because I have no idea what the hell it's going to be right now. I just don't know. Actually, we do got something from Rob Thompson here. Rob Thompson on the Phillies offense, so I'm assuming this was directly post-game.
Yeah, it's tough to get down early, but we got to fight. I thought our bats early in the game were okay. We hit 3 balls right on the nose in the first inning, just didn't have anything to show for it. And then as the game rolls along, I think at some point guys try to do a little bit too much, and we just need to stay with our approach and pass the baton. That's what we always talk about, and just have good at-bats.
Back to trying to do too much again, are we? Back to trying to do too much again, are we? Oh, man. Here's a point from Hunter Brody. If you guys even want to think, feel better about this, you're not going to feel better about this. Season is on the line with a starter who really can't pitch and will need help from the bullpen who really can't pitch. Fun. Also, let alone that the offense could hit a lick. So, there's also that. There's also that as well. Guys, don't you love it? Don't you fucking love it? Oh, my God. My God. My God. My God. My God. Last time the Phillies won a best-of-5 after being down 2-1 in the series was the 1980 NLCS over Houston. My God. My goodness. Don't even know what else to think. Trying to think is there anything else here on the Twitterverse? I don't think there's going to be anything much here post-game wise from players unless some people threw it out. Paul Jolovitz from WIP says, if Rangers throws 1 pitch tomorrow, it is an absolutely terrible mistake. Bullpen game or Zach Wheeler, period. Ooh, Jesus Christ, if you're asking for a bullpen game, my God. Corey Seidman says, asked if Zach Wheeler will be available out of the bullpen for Game 4. Rob Thompson thinks that everyone will be available except for Aaron Nola, obviously. Trying to see if there's anything else. Just trying to see if there's anything else here on the Twitter. That's his. Oh my God. I just see people posting flyer stuff on Twitter during the Phillies game. I just find that hilarious. But yeah. It's goddamn team, yeah. Momentum does not exist. Just doesn't. Just trying to see if there's anything else here. Bob Wankel posted right here. Perhaps this ends up on Old Takes Exposed, but I wouldn't play Bohm or Hayes tomorrow. I'd go Sosa at third, Stott at second, and in order Wilson or a lucky fan in left. Or a lucky fan in left field. I take the chances on the lucky fan in left field. Honest to God, I take the lucky chances with the lucky fan. Now I see a bunch of people saying that Wheeler should pitch tomorrow. I'm just throwing this out there right now, and I don't know where I sit with this because I understand the factor of not trusting Ranger Suarez, not trusting the bullpen whatsoever, because everything like right there is anything right now is warranted. But I'm just trying to throw not logic out there. I'm just trying to throw like scenarios out there. Say in somehow way, shape, or form the Phillies do win tomorrow, and Zach Wheeler is a part in that because he came in and pitched a few innings out of the bullpen. You win tomorrow. Who pitches game 5? Who pitches game 5? Because let's just say, like I said in this scenario right here, somehow if Wheeler doesn't pitch tomorrow and you still somehow win, wouldn't you prefer the scenario that Wheeler pitches game 5 in Philadelphia with a chance to move on? Or would you take a risk with Christopher Sanchez pitching game 5 and using Zach Wheeler to try to force game 5? If you understand what I mean. If you understand what I mean. That's what I'm trying to get at here. I understand people are, you're basically, your season is on the line. You have to use everything possible. But you win tomorrow and Zach Wheeler is involved. He's not going to pitch in game 5. Who is going to pitch game 5? Because when did Christopher Sanchez pitch? He pitched on Saturday, was it? So it would probably be a normal day rest for him, I guess, at the end of the day, because he had Monday off. He'll have Thursday off and all that shit. And all that stuff. So I was trying to think. So Monday off, Tuesday off, Wednesday off, Thursday off. That's 4 days of rest for Christopher Sanchez. I'm just trying to think who would pitch in that scenario. It would have to be Christopher Sanchez at the end of the day. Unless you just fully say, fuck it, go bullpen game for game 5. And at the end of the day, you're losing that shit. I'm just trying to figure out where, because I understand where the logic comes from, where your season is on the line, everything is in play. I completely understand that. But I just don't understand the logic, not the logic behind it. I do understand the logic behind it. I just don't understand the scenario if you do win and Wheeler is involved some way, shape, or form tomorrow, because you don't know who's going to pitch on Friday then. You don't know who's going to pitch. It's most likely going to be Christopher Sanchez on short rest. I just don't get it. And now I'm getting text messages out of this all of a sudden. I don't know why I'm getting text messages. Wait, I gotta check. It's from the family. I gotta check. Okay. Okay, I just gotta check that text real quickly. But yeah, it's just right now, it doesn't really matter, what happens tomorrow Wheeler wise if your offense doesn't score. I'm not even sure. Is it Jose Quintana that's pitching for the Mets tomorrow? I just probably put the factor right in there. The Phillies probably aren't hitting anything tomorrow because they can't hit Jose Quintana. For some reason, they can't hit Jose Quintana. They can't hit any fucking pitcher at this rate. So I wouldn't be shocked if they don't hit tomorrow either. Steve Carlton is available. Would you take the risk? How old is Steve Carlton, by the way? Like in his 70s, 80s, or something like that? How old is he? Steve Carlton. Steve Carlton, how old is he? 79-year-old Steve Carlton. You run out there, Steve Carlton, 79 years old, throwing probably at this rate 30-mile-an-hour pitches. It's probably better than the bullpen. I'm going to be honest with you. It's probably better than what the bullpen's putting out there. Not going to lie. Not going to lie. Now, for some reason, Phillies post-game live are saying, should Rob Thompson be blamed for this loss? Why are we going to the factor of blaming Rob Thompson? Is it solely for the lineup, or is it for pitching decisions? That's what I want to know. Is it solely for the lineup construction, or is it solely for the pitching decisions that he made? Because I just want, if people are complaining about the bullpen usage, who are you supposed to go to? Kerkering, Hoffman, and Strom have been your best guys out of the bullpen all year, especially in high leverage spots. Those guys all of a sudden just completely and utterly collapsed on themselves. You're not throwing Tanner Banks out there in high leverage. You're not throwing, who else? Even though they did have to use Ruiz today. But say if it's like a 2-run game, 1-run game, you're not throwing Ruiz out there. You're not throwing, probably at this point, Jose Alvarado. You got to go to your best guys. The guys that got you there. So I just don't understand the logic behind it. Everyone that has come out of that bullpen has failed. Every single person that has come out of that bullpen has failed. What is Rob Thompson supposed to do in that fact? What is Rob supposed to do? I just don't understand that case. Yeah, I could definitely see the argument maybe Sosa at third, stop playing tonight. But yes, would that have made a big factor into the game? Probably not. Probably not with the way the offense was swinging it. Again, probably not going to be a factor. 100% I could say, probably would not be a factor. Even if you put Weston Wilson over Austin Hayes, would that have changed the game? Probably not. If you're relying on Weston Wilson to change the impact of the game, you have better issues. You have other issues there. So, I just don't understand the Rob Thompson blaming. That I don't get. Every single person, like Rob Thompson is not in control of the offense going quiet and going hot. That's not in his control. Yes, he's in control of constructing the lineup, but yes, it does make sense against lefties that you would want to go with a right-handed or heavy lineup. I don't knock the logic there. Pitching-wise, like I said, every single guy that's come out of the bullpen has failed. What is Rob supposed to do in that case? Chuck out Garrett Stubbs? Chuck out Stubbs? Stubbs, go out there. Stubby, go out there. Pitch 5 innings for us, please. Stubby, go. Because you're not getting into the game offensively regardless. Go chuck some pitches. Go chuck some freaking ephus pitches. Whatever you can do. Julian, at this point, what is mixing up the lineup going to do? It's going to do nothing. You're not going to shake up the entire lineup for that. It's just not going to. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to shake the lineup up in a playoff game. It's not going to work like that. You do that in the regular season. You stick with what got you there. You're not going to shake up the lineup. You're not going to move people up and down. It's not going to work like that. You don't do that in a playoff game. You don't do that in the playoffs at all. I just don't know what to do. Don't know what they do. Because nothing is going right. Well, not the fact that nothing is going right. They're the reasons nothing is going right for them. If that makes sense. If that does make sense. And like I said, I'm trying to scroll through the entirety of trying to see where... There, let's see. More stuff about resiliency with this team and shit like that. What else is there? Let's see. There we go. Nick Castellanos has spoke, and this is specifically to Taryn Hatcher about what the team's approach needs to be after today's loss with their backs against the wall.
I think it's, instead of just flushing it and forgetting it, I think right now it's really important to embrace what the situation is. We lose, we're going home. Baseball's over for us. And you know, it's a great opportunity, because if we're able to come in and scrape out a win here, I know that they do not want to go back to Philly for a Game 5. I think it's instead of just
That's what Nick Castellanos said. Whatever you want to. That's probably the right approach to take it, but we'll see. We'll see. What else is there? What else is there? No, I don't see anything else here on the Twitterverse. Castellanos looks like he's the only player that said anything. Well, I'm sure most players said something else, but nothing, I guess, that was noteworthy. My personal opinion. Might as well go to the Anytime Hotline. We have Sean call here, and we'll say what Sean's going to say. I'm sure Sean is right. Sean, if you're in this chat, I hope you are okay right now, because I know you said you've lived in Florida, or you live in Florida, and I know the situation that is going down there with the hurricane that's coming in the next few days. I hope you are okay. If you're making this call, I'm sure you're fine, and hopefully you got out of Florida. So, hopefully, if you are still in this chat, I hope everything is okay. But let's get to Sean's call and see what he has to say.
So, first of all, let me preface this by saying that I did not get to see today's game. Unfortunately, I'm dealing with the impending Hurricane Milton, which is bearing down and will probably destroy what's left of my home. So, again, thoughts and prayers for all of us in Florida dealing with this mess. But thank you, Phillies, for disappointing me even more. I'm not surprised. I mean, I said that Aaron Nola would do Aaron Nola type things, and he did. What's an Aaron Nola game without a couple solo homers? But I also said that the game would be determined by our offense. And we faced Sean Manaea, about 17 times this year, and haven't laid a bat on him at all in any of those 17 games. And the fact that Rob Thompson has come out and said that Ranger Suarez, regardless, would be starting tomorrow based on his recent performances gives me zero confidence that the Phillies will continue the season. I think this season's done. Even after Game 2, that was a great win, but I said the Mets did what they had to do. I don't see the Phillies winning the game in Citi Field. The league wants it that way, Mets versus Yankees or Yankees-Dodgers. The Phillies are in the way of that plan. So, OMG, I think the Mets advance and the Phillies get the golf clubs ready after tomorrow night.
Not shocked that you feel that way. Not shocked whatsoever. Yeah, hopefully everything is okay. I'm not sure if you're still in this chat or not, Sean. I think I did see you pop up earlier, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did see you pop up earlier. But yeah, hopefully you were able to get out. Unless you're still in Florida, hopefully everything is good with you, or if you got out of the state and managed to, get shelter somewhere else. Yeah, hopefully everything ends up being okay with your house. Hopefully your house does not get destroyed. I know the hurricane stuff is set to be record-breaking shit that's going to be hitting Florida, so hopefully that everything is just okay with you and the people that live down there that just couldn't get out. So hopefully everything is okay down there. That's what I'm praying for. My prayers are with you, Sean, and your family, and everyone that's down there in Florida. But yeah, I don't blame you for feeling like that whatsoever. Yeah, I can't blame a Phillies fan that's not going to be confident with Ranger Suarez tomorrow, because obviously the man has provided no confidence in the entire second half of the year, and it's clear that the man was pitching with dead arm. It just completely felt like that, and that's just something that just doesn't go away. It just doesn't. You need a lot of rest and everything right there, you know what I mean? It's just... I can understand why people wouldn't feel confident. I'm not confident whatsoever. There's no reason to feel confident. And that's what I think, at least, at the end of the day. So, it's, like I said, I'm not expecting them to win tomorrow. But like I said, this Phillies team defies logic, and knowing the script it'll most likely be they somehow fucking win tomorrow and they'll break our hearts at Game 5 at Citizens Bank Park. That's most likely what the case is going to be. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I just don't know. As I think we just got another voicemail in here right at the end. Last second. Buzzer beater from Zach. Let's hear what Zach has to say.
Oh, when will the suffering end? This Phillies team looks like a completely different offense. I mean, everybody's just trying to hit home runs. Alec Bohm doesn't even take pitches anymore. He just swings at the first pitch no matter how bad it is. And you're never going to win hitting like this. It doesn't matter if you have fucking Pedro Martinez and Randy Johnson on the mound. All that team has to do is push one run across against you, and they win. Now, I know we scored 2 runs, but, it just feels that way. And I think the series is over. I think, realistically, we'll probably lose tomorrow if they trot Ranger out there. And if you do some weird shit, I guess if you do some desperate shit trying to trot Wheels out there, then who knows. But I think you probably have to go to Wheels tomorrow, just knowing that it's the season if you lose, and take your chances with whoever at home. But I don't think it's getting there, to tell you the truth. And this Mets team, as much as I hate them and I can't stand to look at them, they look like a team of destiny, and they look like the 2022 Phillies doing exactly what that team did to the Braves. And just being on this end of it, God, this hurts. This is fucking painful. I don't know, big changes are going to happen when this team blows it. I'm not going to say if, because we know it's only a matter of time, don't we? Just unfortunate. This is, long season, you play all year, and then it can end just like this. But hey, if they somehow miraculously win 2 games in a row, I will apologize dearly, because I know that shit's not happening. All right, man. Well, what can we do? It's nothing but pain over here. So, hope they win tomorrow, man. Peace.
I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people are going to be talking about what needs to change with this team now. I'm not ready for that conversation yet. That's for another day. I don't feel like getting into that topic right now, even though I do have a lot to say on that topic. I don't want to talk about that right now. Like I said, I would need to have a few days post whatever happens here. And like what Zach said, if they somehow miraculously win 2 games in a row, no idea. No idea. I don't think it's going to happen. Like I said, what I am expecting, and like I said, I don't think it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be shocked because it's Philadelphia fans and it's Philadelphia and the sports gods like the punches in the dick. It's basically what it's been like for the past few years. Like I said, Phillies will probably win tomorrow somehow miraculously, and lay the biggest goose egg in Philadelphia on Friday. That's most likely the case. That's most likely going to be the case. I wouldn't be shocked because why not? Philadelphia fans, they're beaten up already. Why not just keep punching them when they're fucking down? So, oh man. Now, as I try to look for anything more post-game wise from talking, Castellanos, this is as close to death as we're going to get as a group, so in a way it should make us feel more alive. Okay, that's one way to put it. Definitely one way to put it there. What else? Yeah, now everything is going into freaking Padres Dodgers, and we'll see how that gets wrapped up in everything there. What else is there? Headed to the liquor store? Oh, God. Don't buy too much, man. Don't buy too much. Do not buy too much. Nope, not seeing anything much post-game-wise. Not really much posted there, so not shocked. Not shocked there in the slightest, so. I guess that some of you guys here in the live chat before we ended off, and then I gotta go start doing editing whenever Brodes posts his video. So I gotta wait to see when that happens. Probably gonna check it right now on the app just to see if he's posting it right now. He's probably recording it right now as I speak. So he's probably recording it, exporting it, then he'll be uploading it at some point. I already got my coping mechanism here. I got my freaking coping food. As you all saw in the live stream, that I was eating dinner during the entire goddamn thing. So I got the good old apple cider donut here. Fucking wallow my misery in that. So that's where the night's gonna take me. Donut and editing. It's basically where it was. It's where it is. What else is there? What else is there? J-Hub, how you doing? I still don't fully buy the bye week shit. I don't. Even though game one of the division series for the teams that had the bye week, they scored a bunch of runs. So I don't buy that crap. I know the Guardians got shut out in game 2, and now the Dodgers scored 2 runs in game 2. The Yankees, I think they scored 1 or 2 runs or something like that. I don't buy that shit. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Don't buy it. Oh, yeah, I've been giving a lot of blame to Dave Dombrowski. That trade deadline was the biggest blue ball shit in the world. 100%. What else is there? Mitchkov shall save us from this misery. Like I said to Yashawn on Twitter, Mitchkov probably would have been 4 for 4, and hell, he probably would have pitched 8 scoreless with 12 strikeouts. Matvey Mitchkov probably can do both. He could probably pull the Shohei Ohtani. 4 for 4, 2 bombs, and he throws 100-mile-an-hour gas. It's probably the case. Speaking of hockey, I got some hockey on in the background. Florida against the Bruins. Florida is absolutely destroying Boston in the second. It's 5-1. So, yeah, that game is definitely a dud. A dud there. I think the Blues also beat the Kraken earlier too. So Nola hasn't pitched since September 29th, which was a long. Oh yeah, it definitely is a long layoff for Nola. Like I said, I don't think he was the main reason why they lost tonight. I know he gave up the 2 solo shots. Nola was far from the issue today. Nola was far from it. Are we allowed to be haters this year, Sean? Are you still going after David for all that stuff? I don't even think I've seen David in the chat the entirety of the year. I don't know where he went. Hopefully everything's okay with him. Hopefully. What else? Justin Crawford, come on down. Rojas batting 105 in 15 playoff games. He's not the reason, but Jesus Christ. What else? What else? Yeah, and talking about Zach Wheeler stuff, I remember seeing this stuff pop up in the chat. Brought that up a little bit here. What else is there? What else is there? Out of all of these players, yeah, I know, Julian. I know you're not a big Trey Turner fan. I know you're not a big Trey Turner fan. I love the conspiracy theories. What a bunch of clowns. Phillies lose, and suddenly the league is somehow plotting against them. Okay. Old school, go back to an on-base percentage leadoff guy to spark momentum and rallies. Well, Seeker, might I tell you here, if I go to the Phillies leadoff hitter, Kyle Schwarber, this year, if I go to his stats from this year, if I go to on-base percentage, because you're probably going to be proven wrong here, because I have to tell everybody this. Not everybody, but some people out there. But if I go to, this is teams. Okay, player, OBP. This is for the postseason. Go to the regular season. Let me go to the on-base percentage this year. Kyle Schwarber. He ranks this season. He ranked 15th in all of baseball with a 366 on-base percentage. Players that were above him: Seiya Suzuki, who was not a leadoff hitter. Steven Kwan. Okay, I think he's a leadoff hitter, but, you know. Mookie Betts. Okay, he's a leadoff hitter. Ketel Marte's not a leadoff hitter. Bryce Harper's not a leadoff hitter. Freddie Freeman's not a leadoff hitter. Marcell Ozuna's not a leadoff hitter. Jerickson Profar's not a leadoff hitter. Bobby Witt Jr.'s not a leadoff hitter. Shohei Ohtani's not a leadoff hitter. Yordan Alvarez is not a leadoff hitter. Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s not a leadoff hitter. Juan Soto's not a leadoff hitter. And Aaron Judge is not a leadoff hitter. Kyle Schwarber's fine in the leadoff spot. It's not the reason why the Phillies lost. Kyle Schwarber batting leadoff is not why the Phillies lost. And people are so obsessed with a typical leadoff hitter. Let me just find, where is he at? Where is he at? Where is he at? Where is he at? Where are the Padres at? Where are the Padres at? So I could just look at this right here. If I can look, where was his stat head here on the ESPN verse? Let's see where his on base percentage. So if I go to San Diego, if I could just find San Diego. And this is for the postseason. Yes, it is. I could just go to second baseman, I guess. Where is his fucking Xander Bogaerts? For some reason, he's not even popping up here. Is he a first baseman? Where the fuck is he even playing? Where the fuck is he even playing? The hell? There he is. There he is. There he is. 2024 on-base percentage in the playoffs. Luis Arias has a 263. And he's a leadoff hitter. There you go. There you go. There's the prototypical leadoff hitter, Luis Arias. Yeah, he's got a good average. What was his on-base percentage this year? 346. Kyle Schwarber has a better on-base percentage than Luis Arias. Just putting it out there. Putting it out there. If they could hit it, we would feel confident. Yankees, Mets, Yankees. I'm firmly convinced that the New York Yankees are not beating the Kansas City Royals. Because why? Because Jazz Chisholm gave the Royals bulletin board material. He said after last night's loss, or Royals win, that they got lucky. You don't say that publicly. You don't. You just gave the Royals, who are going back to Kansas City, might I add, for games 3 and 4. You just gave them bulletin board material. I can 100% see the Yankees getting destroyed in these next 2 games. Fully, I can 100% see that. I could 100% see that. Yankees are not going anywhere. Thank you for being with us the incredible season. Had fun. Man. Oh, man. What else this year? At this point, I'm desperate for a Sixers championship. I'm desperate for a championship in general, Michael. I'm desperate in general. I'm desperate in general. Don't think there's anything else here in terms of anything. Don't see anything else here. Nope. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. Not seeing anything here. Nope. Nope. Nothing else here. So, that's going to do it for today, guys. Long day. Stream for the freaking watch party thing. Shit. Started late because I got home from the gym right around first pitch. Then we had to deal with all the nonsense during the game. And now we finally finish here. So, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know. Whatever happens, we'll be here to react to it. And during the game as well, because most likely there'll be another watch party tomorrow. Not most likely, there 100% will be. So, whatever happens, we'll be here. I'll be here. To be your therapy, I guess. Therapy for me as well. So, whatever happens, happens. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you for tuning in throughout the entirety of tonight. Love you all. You all know this. So, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. Also, use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal. Do not pass it up. Thanks, guys, for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you one and all. Love you one and all.